Hello there, Peppers FM here, and welcome to this Football Manager 21 experiment where we will be placing Celtic and Rangers in the English Premier League and see how they fare out. There is the big question over in Scotland is whether Celtic and Rangers would be able to handle it in the Premier League, and now is the time to put that to the test within Football Manager. So, as you can see, in the first season, Celtic finished in 16th place, whilst Rangers were relegated rock bottom at bottom of the table. A very poor season from them. Let's take a look at Celtic first of all and have a look at their schedule for the previous season. They was playing in the Champions League due to their qualification through Scotland, but very, very inconsistent. A horrible end to the season, including a 1-0 defeat at the Ibrox to Rangers. Did they win? Oh, they got drawn against Rangers in the FA Cup third round. What a draw that would have been. The Old Firm derby, and Celtic were victorious in this one, 2-0. But they got beat at home by Rangers in the league, so Rangers actually did the double over them in the league, but this was not enough to keep them up. Let's have a look, see who is in charge. Yes, Neil Lennon is still in charge of Celtic. He's managed to keep his job and have another season in the Premier League. 16th is quite poor though. I expected much, much better. Let's just find Rangers. And Rangers rock bottom. Let's have a look at their fixtures. So, they was also playing in Europe and the Europa League. That may have detrimented their Premier League chances. Still, just cannot string a few results together. Another very poor end to the season. Big wins over Celtic and Arsenal. Especially the league double over Celtic is something to be proud of. But as you can see, tricky start to the season. Tottenham, City, Liverpool in the first 5 games. But wasn't enough to keep them up. So let's see who is the manager. Oh, Eddie Howe is in charge. So that means Steven Gerrard must have been sacked. Yes, he was sacked. Oh dear. He was sacked at the beginning of January in his very first season. I did not expect that. So Gerrard did not survive his first Premier League job, which is very unfortunate. But as we saw, the fixtures, they were doing very, very poorly. And to be honest, it's not that much of a surprise that Eddie Howe takes over. We will now have a look at Season 2 and see how Celtic fared on in the Premier League and Rangers in the Championship this time. Welcome back. We're in Season 2 now, and let's see how Celtic and Rangers fared out in their respective leagues. So this was the second season of the Premier League, and as we can see, Celtic in 16th place again, 2 16th finishes in a row. They do survive the drop by 3 points, but still a very underwhelming season. Not great by Celtic. Let's have a look at their fixtures. Knocked out early in the Carabao Cup by Brighton. Third round by Man City. Yeah, very underwhelming. No big results to note of. But another underwhelming season by Celtic. Is Neil Lennon still in charge? Oh no! Southgate's in charge. Okay, let's see what happened there then. Neil Lennon sacked just before Christmas. They must not have been doing well. And then Gareth Southgate in to replace him and guide them to a 16th finish. So Rangers finished in 6th place but got promoted via the playoffs. Outstanding stuff by Rangers. Let's have a look at their fixtures. So they finished 6th good run of form in the Championship, a crazy spell during February with only one win. Then they picked it up at the back end of the season, beating Brentford and then QPR also. Let's have a look at some transfer business they may have done. 36 million spent. Anyone jumping out? Not really, no massive names. 51 million made. Also, they sold Moraes the previous season. What about their manager? They have a new manager again. So Eddie Howe must not have survived. No, Eddie Howe, he left, got sacked at the start of this season and then was replaced by Koku, who guided them to promotion via the playoffs. So Rangers and Celtic both back in the Premier League next season for season 3. The Old Firm derby will return. So let's take you to season 3. And here we are, season 3. Let's just have a look. And wow, this time Celtic were finally relegated from the English Premier League. And Rangers managed to stay up by a single point. Great drama. Celtic finally go down. Rangers survive for the first time in the Premier League. Great stuff by them. Let's see. Yes, Philip Koku's still in charge. He's done a great job at Rangers so far. Let's have a look at some transfer business. Just from the previous season, Nicolas Pepe they brought in, Kenny Tete, some big signings, and they managed to help them survive the drop. Let's take a look at Celtic now. 18th place. Southgate still in charge at the moment. Let's have a look at Celtic's transfer business. £77 million spent as well. 114 brought in, losing Christopher Ayer, Rudiger, some big players. But they also brought in some good acquisitions. But they was unable to survive. Spending a lot of money these seasons, Celtic. 84 million the previous season. Crazy stuff, but they have not managed to survive. Have a look at the schedule. FA Cup 4th round, Carabao Cup quarter final. But yeah, the end of the season was quite bad. Let's have a look at the Old Firm games. They got beat by Rangers in the league at the Ibrox, but they did win at home 2-1, so 3 points for both teams over the 2 games. Let's take a look at Rangers now, who did survive the drop. A victory on the last game of the season was enough to keep them up. If they did not win this, they would not have stayed up. So great drama for Rangers. Looking at their team, it is quite solid. Ryan Kent, Tony Martinez, and Nicolas Pepe, I think they're star players. But yeah, great stuff by Rangers. And we will go to season 4, where Rangers will now be in the Premier League and Celtic will be fighting their first season in the Championship, a notoriously hard league to get out of. Welcome back to season 4. And as you can see, Rangers could not survive for a second year in a row. They go down by just a single point this season. Very unlucky. Only 7 wins all season though. Philip Koku still in charge. They had no cup runs really to note of. Poor end to the season, but look at them fixtures to finish the season off in May. United, Arsenal and Liverpool. Very tricky. They was coming through with excellent form as well. So very unlucky with them fixtures at the end of the season. Maybe if they had a kind of fixture list, it could have been different. But Rangers are down. Did they spend any money? They spent 54 million. So money was spent in the window. Let's have a look at Celtic. And Celtic are still in the Championship. Oh no, what happened? Celtic finished 4th in the Championship, but must have got beat in the playoffs. Did they make it to the final? They did not. They got beat in the semi-finals by Middlesbrough. Unbelievable stuff. Wow. What happened there? Looks like extra time. 69 million spent. Wow. Crazy stuff. And this means that Celtic and Rangers will be playing together for the first time, but in the Sky Bet Championship, not the Premier League. Can both Glaswegian teams make it up to the Premier League, or will one of them stay, or even both stay in the dreaded Championship? Stay tuned for Season 5. Welcome back to Season 5, where Celtic and Rangers were playing their first season together in the Championship. And as you can see, both Celtic and Rangers extremely dominant in this division, and they both got promoted together, with Celtic as champions and Rangers finishing in second place. But as you can see by the points tally, it was a very, very comfortable season for both teams. Celtic dominating along with Rangers. Oh, I've just noticed Southgate is no longer the manager. What happened there then? Gareth Southgate, I think he must have got sacked at the end of last season for failing to go up via the playoffs. I did not notice that to begin with. Pippo Inzaghi is the manager who got promotion with them, but Southgate sacked at the end of last season, but Inzaghi turned their fortunes around and got them back into the big time. So great stuff by him. And then Rangers, Koku's still in charge even when they got relegated. Rangers showed their faith in him and he rewarded them with instant promotion back to the Premier League. And Celtic and Rangers will be back in the Premier League together, fighting for survival, I presume. But let's have a look at the fixtures. How did they do in the Old Firm games? So Celtic, last game in the season, 2-2 at Ibrox. So all even there, and can I see the first game? And then Rangers actually won 1-0. Nicolas Pepe playing in the Championship. Surely too good for this level, even at 30 years of age. But yeah, very, very interesting. So that's 5 seasons done here now, and it has been very, very surprising. I did not expect Celtic and Rangers to struggle so much. I had big hopes for Celtic. Rangers, I thought maybe a bit more due to the financial constraints. But yeah, yo-yoing between the leagues. But now Celtic and Rangers are back in the Premier League together again. So I hope you enjoyed this. I am willing to go a further 5 years ahead, but I will see about the response of this first. So please give the comments a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. This has been Peppers FM and peace out. Goodbye.